Who and or what is important to you?
What's most important to me is community, having community, being a part of a community, being in the community, and giving back to the community. So uplifting it, empowering, creating spaces where everybody can feel seen, everybody can feel heard, um, and valued.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of King Crush Thursday, the series where we highlight and uplift Black men because, frankly, not too many people are doing it. My name is Val Gay, and I'm super excited about this brother today. Let's see. He is a Philadelphia native, but a citizen of the world. He has a passion for social justice, and he's a Temple University alum. To you, his, is Mr. Ken Peeples. Hi, Ken.
Hi, Val, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here with you.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you are here. And Ken, as we were just briefly chatting, the purpose of this overall series is to break open the narrow and myopic narratives around Black men. If we were only to look at the media, which sadly many people, that's all they see, you would see one, basically maybe one and a half depictions of what Black men are. And usually those depictions are not positive. And so, but we know that Black men are as myriad as there are Black men. And so we want to help to create more narratives because hopefully there's a young king who one day will come to this repository, see the same 6 questions asked by all of these different Black men, answered by all these different Black men, and hopefully find guidance there. And then for the rest of us who are neither male or even Black, that we could come to this repository, see these questions, and also become enlightened a little bit so that our world perhaps will be just a little bit, I don't know, what's the word, fair, maybe. And so I'm just glad that you're here to contribute to this repository. And I want to get started with the first question, which is, what does manhood mean to you?
Oh, wow. Um, so manhood to me, maybe I can give you some traits that I think are that help define it. So when I think about manhood, I think about integrity, I think about accountability, and I think about showing up authentically, not only for yourself, but for your community as well, right? So it's about breaking harmful cycles of hypermasculinity, embracing emotional vulnerability, having empathy, you know, being willing to grow. I think true manhood means like being a protector, not from the sense of dominance though, but like in the spirit of support and care for other people, especially the most more marginalized. I guess that's how I would define manhood.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much. So, Ken, who and or what is important to you?
What's most important to me is community, having community, being a part of a community, being in the community, and giving back to the community. So uplifting it, empowering, creating spaces where everybody can feel seen, everybody can feel heard, um, and valued, right? So I'm personally committed to building environments where youth, not just youth, but elders and everyone in between can thrive, use practices rooted in justice, healing, and equity. Um, that's what's really important to me.
That's great. Thank you. So, Ken, how do you want us to see you?
That's a tricky question. That's something I never think about. I never think about how people view me or what people think of me. However, I guess if I was to say how I would want folks to see me, I don't know. I guess I would want people to see me as someone who cares very deeply about transformative change. Um, Someone who walks the walk, talks the talk, and is always learning and growing. That's something that's very important to me, to always be growing and evolving and improving and getting better at whatever, at everything, you know? And I also strive to be a bridge builder because, you know, I love connecting people and being an advocate and just a person who brings hope and action to the spaces I inhabit. I just try to be that, you know, that voice and that, you know, bring that positive energy in any setting.
That's
So
great.
that's how I want people to see me, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's great. Thank you. That's great.
Mhm.
And so, question for Ken is, what is your epic dream?
Epic. Okay, I looked up what epic meant. Empowerment, passionate, inspired, and knowledgeable. So my epic dream is to create a world where systems of harm are dismantled, communities just have everything they need, are equipped to resolve conflicts, heal trauma, build self-reliance, self-sustainability. You know, a world where every child, regardless of circumstances, can access opportunity, safety, and hope. You know, because not everybody gets that opportunity. You know, sorry, I hope you don't hear my cat back there
No,
meow. Okay. But yeah, that's I guess that's what my epic dream it would be.
that's awesome. That's awesome. That's beautiful. Thank you. So here we are already. We're at question five, actually, and you've been
Should my answers be longer? Because like,
no. This is
okay.
your answers. By the way, I'm not editing this, so that's going in the thing.
Oh, good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no,
I'm
these
just flying off the. I'm just flying off the. You know.
no. Well, so the beauty of this, I'll say, this is unscripted. Like I let you see the questions beforehand. Some people read them, some people don't. But the reality is, there's no wrong answer because it's your answer, and your
Gotcha.
answer will resonate with somebody, and that's the
Right.
point, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
there's no one size fits all. When you're complete, you're complete.
Okay.
That's it. And which brings us to question five. And you've been, I think, answering question five all along implicitly through your answers, but I'm going to ask you explicitly, Mr. Ken Peeples, who are you?
Who am I? I identify as a Black person, an African person. Um, I'm a world citizen. Um, I don't, you know, I was born and raised in America, so I have U.S. citizenship, but I personally make a distinction between citizenship and nationalities, especially in the case of African Americans, right? So I consider myself a global citizen. I'm a public health practitioner. I'm a social worker. I'm a son. I'm a brother. I'm a listener. I'm an advocate for justice. I'm someone who believes in the power of community to drive meaningful change as the conduit of meaningful change. Um, I'm a co-creator of possibilities. I work toward a future where every individual can realize their full potential. So I'm a lot of things, but we'll just go with those, with what I just said.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Excellent. Thank you. And so now here we are, it literally is already at question six, which is there anything I should have asked you that I didn't, or you wanted me to ask you that I didn't? In other words, what did I miss?
um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think you missed anything, but I mean, if you have other questions, I'm happy to answer. But I don't know what questions you could ask me that I would want to that. I mean, there's several questions that you could ask me that I will answer. Any question you ask me right now, I'll answer. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head that you could ask me right now. But if you have something, I'll gladly answer it.
No, I think we're good for this repository because that's the point, right? That question gives people, sometimes people say, oh, I wish you'd ask me about this or that, and sometimes people are like, nope, I think we're good. And again, there's no right or wrong answer with that, because
So,
ultimately this is really about your experience and you getting the opportunity. How often do you get the opportunity to talk about yourself and to say what you believe and what you feel, right? That's part of this series, is really to listen to you and frankly to humanize, if you will, your brotherhood, right?
mhm. All right. So now I thought about a question because I
Go
talked about healing, right?
ahead.
So if you were to ask me what does healing mean to me, or if you were asking me, you would say, what does healing mean to you? I would say to me, healing means repairing relationships, addressing systemic harm. Uh, what else is healing? Restoring balance in ways that honor both the individual and the collective. Because again, the theme is community here. And I think healing is at the heart of everything that we do at Dynamic Justice Collective. I don't know if I mentioned Dynamic Justice Collective yet, but if so, shameless plug. But yeah, that's what we're all about. And I guess that's the only question I could think of that someone would probably think, okay, what does healing mean from you? Because since I kept mentioning it. But yeah.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you. Thank you for
Mhm.
remembering and for contributing that. That's really great. And I'm really grateful for your presence in the world, and that you are putting your body in the line of healing for all of us. I think that's it's a beautiful set of gestures, but more than gestures, a beautiful way of living, right? To be in community and to create peaceful outcomes for folks. And so I honor you, my king. I pray that your epic dream does come true. It's a lofty dream, and I do pray that it comes true sooner
Thank
rather than
you.
later. And I'm just really grateful that you're here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Val. It was so nice meeting you and contributing to your work.
Absolutely. Thank you. And stay right
Thank
there.
you.
I want to thank the audience for joining
Okay.
us. I hope that you enjoyed this conversation as much as I did. And if there is a positive and successful Black man in your life who you want to see highlighted in this forum, please click the link below or in my bio, fill out the nomination form, and we'll take it from there. That's actually how we met Mr. Ken Peeples, because someone thought enough to nominate him. And so I'm so glad they did. And so thank you, Mr. Nominator. And
Oh, that's great. I wonder who that was.
and so I'm really
Thank you, Mr. Nominator, whoever you are.
yes. And so I'm so grateful that we have this opportunity. I often say that success does not equal what someone does for a living. They may be a co-founder of a really cool, dynamic justice collective organization or social worker or not. They are what we're really interested in. I am interested in the content of someone's character and the impact that they are making on their community. And as long as what they do for a living is one, legal, two, not hurting anyone, have at it. Really, how are you contributing to the betterment of all of us? One person sometimes at a time. Those are the brothers that we want to hear from. We want to contribute to this narrative. And so thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned next week for yet another king. And in the meantime, please remember to spread love and have a great day. Thanks so much. And Ken, thank you. That was really
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.